Release the Kraken!
Welcome back, fellow game designers. Ron here at Mudbox Studios, and we are continuing on with our elf. In the last one we did our boots, and you can see we've done the boots and the pants and a tunic. And in this one we're going to take care of the hair. So let's go ahead and turn the hair on. So I go to my objects list, come down to the hair, turn that on. And you'll see when the hair pops in, it's very gross. And the reason for that is it's actually sharing a lot of the texture space for our all of our different materials. So if we go to UV and we select the hair, you'll see the hair is occupying some of the same space as like where the boots are, where everything else is. So what we have to do is tell the hair to have a different material. So let's go up, take our hair, poke the eyeball here to kind of get rid of the highlight. Let's go ahead and lock the body. I'm going to unlock the hair. Click the lock there. I'm going to right click on the hairpiece. Go down to assign new material. We'll do a Mudbox material. This is going to be, let's do hair, I'll say base color. Inside the layers tab for the hair, I'm going to add on a layer here. And then we're going to do hair. Now it doesn't like you having the same names of certain things, so it may modify the name, but this is our hair color layer, right? Pink. And you can see that's not the same thing as our material. So right here, where I name this hair color, I'm going to actually name that hair material, just like that. This hair material. And go back to our object or our layers list. Grab my paintbrush color, and I do like this color, so I'm going to steal it. But it looks a lot like his flesh color, right? So maybe I'll make him like a little bit more blonde. Alright, so for a blonde RGB. Oh, gee. I kind of like a mix of these two. Throw that in. Get the first one. 240, 227, and 140. So, numeric value. Change this to 255, 240, 227, and 140. Okay, that'll be my base color for the hair. I press F to frame up on the hair cap there. And if you're happy with that, you can live with it. It's great. I don't really like that, so I'm going to add some variation to it. I'm going to grab a new layer, and I'll call this hair darker. And for the darken layer, I'm going to use this one. 234, 208, 104. So 234, 208, and 104. And actually, I'm going to flip this around. I'm going to do the hair color as this one. Let me go ahead and grab this darker color. I do want to dim this a little bit darker. And you'll see why in a minute. Poor planning on my part, and I apologize. Okay. So that'll be the hair, and then on this one, I'll change this name, layer name, where are you at? Let's double click it. We'll call this hair highlights. And on that one, we'll use the other one. So for that, I'm going to go down to the airbrush tool, or sorry, the dry brush. And what this does is it only paints on the points, or the erased portions of the model. So with that, I'm going to go to my color, choose my color. Oops. There we go. And with that, you can see some areas have been missed, right? Because it's trying to grab the peaks and leave the valleys there. Another one of those things that I like with ZBrush is that you can actually select by masking. You can mask an area off based on raised areas or your crevices and get different results from that. Whereas I'm just kind of being sloppy and sort of haphazard. ZBrush gives a little bit more precision. Tighten my brush up just a little bit. Can I get this? That was weird. I'm going to come up to some of this area up here. I don't want this to be as bright, so I will use my erase brush. Kind of wilt away some of these strokes. And if you want to go through and like darken that up, you're more than welcome to. And the last thing I want to do for the hair is this little shape that's here. And I actually want to create sort of like a ring on the inside of this. So I go to my sculpt brush. Let's use this foamy brush here. Shrink it down. Hold Control as I paint or sculpt. Maybe use royalty, you know. You turn the body off so I can get under here. Again, this is one of those things you'll never see, but for the sake of consistency, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Like maybe he's running through a field or something and he jumps and then the ponytail flips up, you know, just in case you ever would see it. Okay, so from here, I'm just going to paint this. I could do another gold. Probably go with this color here. So let's grab layers. This will be hairband. I'll say outer color. So the outer. Get the body. I want to say this is the gold that I had, but I want to be doubly sure. That's it. So for the gold, continue on. I don't know. Mudbox is being weird. Alright, go ahead and paint this. And then for this valley, what should I do for that? Something darker. It's going to be hairband inner. And whatever you want for your second tone. I don't know, maybe green will be too radical. Let's do it. Add a touch of color. It's like the only wild thing that's on them, right? Okay, and the last thing to kind of do that we've sort of left off is the hoodie. So for the hoodie, I'm going to go ahead and give it its own material. So select the hoodie, unlock it, go ahead and lock the hair. I'm going to right click on the hoodie, assign new material, Mudbox material, call this hoodie material. I'll poke the little eyeball to get the color back. I'm going to steal the color from my hoodie because it's the same color. And all I'm going to do is very quickly paint it. So change the brush size and go to paint. Call this hoodie. Okay, so it looks like it didn't quite get the color that I wanted, so I'm going to go ahead and redo that. And I will relock the body, and I will just repaint my hoodie. Turn the body off. Then get this part. And there it is. So with that, our elf is painted and pretty. See a bit of a glitch on the hair. Go ahead and unlock the hair there. There we go. So he is painted and pretty. And the next one we will do the eyes. We're going to do the eyes in Photoshop. And we'll get the elf back into Maya so we can get ready to do all the rigging. Okay, so go ahead and save it from here, and I will see you next time. Hey guys, thanks for checking out my channel. Misty and I both thank you. If you've enjoyed the video you just watched, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you have any comments or suggestions for future videos, make sure you leave them down in the comments. I upload new content every Sunday, and I release content every Wednesday. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, I do have a Patreon. Get content early. I also have official merch, Lame Duck Studio merch. It does exist. They do exist. So make sure you stick around for anything new, and I will see you next time.